Hello, welcome to another Alpha Strike We Play video, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing. Now this is for Marvel Crisis Protocol, and I am joined here by my wife Pilar, who's coming from behind the camera because of the lockdown stuff, but gives her a chance to play some games and do some other things, right?
Practice being in front of the camera and also ask you about all these wonderful models that you finally painted up thanks to time.
Yeah, well, yeah,
cool.
it's good. So I've basically finished all the models from the core box set. I really like them because you can paint, they're all different, and it's nice to actually paint individual models, and you don't need a mass of them. I mean, they're going to bring out a lot of stuff for the game, but it's really cool.
It's not like tens and tens of Marines that look the same, right?
That's right. If you're into that sort of thing, so I know there's people who really love Imperial Guard and just want to paint a whole bunch of stuff for Games Workshop here, but this is good. So it's a small scale skirmish game, and like from the Marvel series, they all have a lot of character, and that's reflected in the models as well. So they're fun to paint for that reason. So
how are the models like to put them together and to paint like the quality of cut and?
Yeah, well, the quality of the sculpts are actually really, really good. Some of the pieces were a little bit fiddly to put together. Like I didn't quite understand why they couldn't do like one piece as a whole piece. But yeah, you get there in the end. It's fine. There are instructions in there, and you get instructions in some of the expansion box sets as well for those models. But you can look at it online, and it's all there too, so it's not so bad.
But
so
they're looking very cool.
Yeah. So I painted some of the terrain as well. I've started on that. So they give you a couple of big dustbins and things like that. There's a couple of street lights, and this one didn't take too long. It's just better little. So I've still got to work on the Daily Bugle little newsstand, and there's cars and some traffic lights. But
did you design on the color scheme? Because last we spoke, you were deciding on the color scheme for the Bugle. Yeah,
I mean, everywhere you can see a lot of the pictures are all sort of green and things like that. I'll probably go with like a brown or a mustard, just something a bit different. I've painted these green now, so I want to have something a little different, but yeah, I'll get there, and we'll probably put that up so people can see. It's good. But I also have just a little, I painted up Venom. Like Venom's, he's just really cool. He's like a neutral, angry dude that, you know, it's whatever. You got to have something like that in your collection. So yeah, he's really good. Taran's not here today, obviously, with stuff, but he's.
Hi, Taran, if you're watching.
So we're gonna wait until he sort of comes along. He can christen that model on the field. So, but we've got everything for the core set, so we'll probably do some games with that and really get used to the characters and see how they play in the game, because there's a lot of strategies and things like that. So that's it. But anyway, we are here to do an unboxing. We're going to start with Thor and Valkyrie. So I'm just going to push that to one side. There we go. Thank you, Pilar.
So Thor and Valkyrie I've actually even heard about, like me being not so much into Marvel Universe, I guess. With some of the characters I go like, who's that? Never heard of it. But
well, Thor is good. Yeah, so Thor, the good thing I like about this is Thor, in the core box set, you can go, there's Avengers, so you have your themes and things like that. Thor he's actually on that card. So if you take Thor, because I love Captain America, he seems really cool. As a character in the game, with his leadership ability, it's quite good. But Thor is part of that group, so I can have him. So I've just been waiting for him to come out, so now I've got a chance. But I haven't had a really close look at the cards or anything like that. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah. So let's have a little look see. Yes. All right. So we'll switch over. Oops. So we'll switch over here. It's the box. Let's open it up. So just load it out. So here's the miniature. Oh, they give you four bases. Some things to choose from, which is nice. We have all the bits and pieces in their own cards. That looks like it. Okay. So they give you. So it's how to put them together, which is pretty good. So Thor assembly guide. So doesn't look like it's going to be too bad. Like I can tell, like from the core box set, there were some, like I was saying before, some that were really, really awkward, but these are quite straightforward, I think. So that's not going to be an issue there. Thor's in quite a dynamic pose, which is good, as you'd expect, Lord of Thunder.
He's going to take off with his hammer.
Yeah,
That's
give it
what
a
looks
swing and
like.
off he goes. So let's have a look. Yeah, let's take this out. So they give you 4 base. So these are the same sort of base sprues that are out of the core box set. So you've got a bit of a variety there to pick from, which is nice. And they've also got the little extras like a bottle and looks like a coffee cup or something. So, so 2 separate sprues. So that is Thor there. That's pretty good. Not too many pieces. That should be quite simple to put together, which is nice. And Valkyrie as well. So that should be pretty straightforward as well, which is nice. Yeah, so let's pop open here. So what does it say on the box that you get in here, Pillar? Just for
So
everyone watching.
you get a Thor miniature and Valkyrie miniature. You get the bases, 2 character stat cards, 2 team tactic cards, 1 crisis card and 1 affiliation card, and 15 tokens. So they're just taking like 1 Valkyrie because I'm assuming as per mythology there were many Valkyries, right?
I think so, yeah. I think Valkyrie, like whatever her, actually, you can have a look on here, Brunhilde is her name. She actually headed up all the Valkyries. They were, I think, as far as I know, they were the bodyguards for, what's his name?
Odin.
Odin, yeah, thank you. Yes, that guy.
That guy, the one with 1 eye.
So, did you want to put these up on the screen?
I will
Makes
put
it
them
easier.
up on the screen,
All right.
yeah.
So, who should we?
Let's go with Thor.
Let's go with Thor. All right.
Prince of Asgard.
So let's put him on the screen. So, there we are. So, Prince of Asgard. Now, let's see. 6 life, medium movement, height 2, 5 points. Okay, so 5 points is pretty generous. So obviously he's going to have some sort of ability that's going to be good.
So what are the other points from the core sets as in comparison, for example?
Well, Black Widow's the cheapest in the game. She's actually only worth 2. And if used right, she is quite good. So it depends who you talk to.
And who's the most?
Well, threes and maybe 4s. Most of them are 3s. So to have someone who's 5, he's probably got a lot of really hoopy abilities and things.
He's
so yeah,
Thor.
he is Thor. That's right. Yeah. So he has 4 dice for physical defense, 4 for energy defense, and 3 for mystic. So he's not bad all round, actually, which you'd expect from an Asgard. 2 attacks, so strike. So that's how he gets his power from his basic. So it's a 6 dice attack.
Oh, wow.
So that's pretty good. It is range 2, so it is fairly short, but, you know, the hammer arm's only like this long. So, you know. And if you get a wild, you can throw somebody. Size 4 or less.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know how big Hulk is. We haven't done an unboxing for him. I haven't really looked at his stats, but yeah, he might be able to throw him. But everyone in the core set, like Ultron, so they're like, I think the biggest was 3. So yeah.
Well, he's mighty, so
He is mighty. He is the mightiest Avenger or something.
we can throw him.
And his second, he's got 3 attacks. Sorry, my mistake. Hammer throw, range 5. Okay, so that's good. So he can really reach out and attack somebody with a 5 dice attack. It's only 1 power.
Okay, now I want to switch to. Is he like Legion into the good side? Yeah. He actually. So we'll have a look further. You can have a look further down. Okay, so he does actually have a leadership ability. So he is a leader. So affiliation Asgard. So anyone else who has Asgard, he can lead them, which is pretty good. So
and
currently we only have the other Valkyrie from Asgard, right?
That's right. So there's Loki and Hela as another box set. So we'll have a look at those as well. So that gives you at least 4 Asgard characters.
You can make an Asgard army then, can you? Can you put them together, even though
yes.
Probably Loki and Hela are on the what do you call it, dark side?
Well, no, it's all right. I mean, the beauty of this game is you can have anyone with anyone. Like whoever your favourite characters are, you can put them together into a force and off you go.
I'm going to make an Asgardian army then, is that right?
Oh, that's fine by me. I've got my Avengers, I'm happy with them. It might be a bit weird having a Thor on each side if we start playing off against one another.
No, you can't Thor on your side.
Okay.
Can you-
Of
can
course
you-
you can. Each player can have whatever they want. It's two separate forces.
So you could technically have the same character on both sides.
Yes, and we'll just fight it out as to who is the real Thor and therefore who is the mightiest. That sounds like a challenge.
The other one is Loki pretending to be Thor, right?
Exactly right. Yes.
Okay.
All right, anyway, back to this.
Front of thunder.
So after this attack is resolved, the target character gains the shock special condition.
So what does that do?
I'll have to look that up. I don't know. We'll find it.
I'll put it
we'll
on
put it
the
up on the
screen.
screen or something, yeah. I can't imagine it'd be good. Any sort of... It's a negative on the other player, so it's good for us.
Well, so far what we've played, all the statuses that you gain, they've been really bad. Like you can't do stuff. Whatever you put on me. What did you put on me from?
There's stun.
Stun.
And stagger. Stagger means you've got to spend your first action to actually do anything, that's probably one of the worst ones because it cuts down actions.
Well, we don't know what shock does. It might just shock you out of everything. You'll be standing there going like, I can't do anything.
So, yeah, we'll have a look. We'll put that up on the screen, I think. Okay, so that's all of his... Oh, no. God of Thunder. Okay, so this is a new one. Area 2. So I think an Area 2 works from the center of the model and you use the 2 measuring stick and it affects everyone in that area.
Who's in that
so he
radius.
basically attacks everybody. It's a 6 power to use and it's 7 dice. So that's going to hit really hard. If anyone tries to swamp him, he can just use that to do lots of damage. So that's interesting.
I'll put the area information over my face here.
Yeah. So because
Well,
because none of the characters seem to have.
They haven't had it
I
so
haven't
far.
come across
No.
it in the core set. Maybe I haven't looked close enough, but no, I'm pretty sure that there's nothing like that. So yeah, so three choices, and he's got close range and long range attacks. So he's pretty versatile in that respect.
Prince of Asgard. Can I read that?
Of course.
So affiliation Asgard. At the start of each of your turns, one allied character may spend 1 power. If they do, remove 1 damage or 1 special condition from that character.
Wow.
Each allied character may use this leadership once per round.
Right. Okay.
So,
So-
everyone can do it once on their turn, yeah?
Okay. So that's turn,
Yeah.
round.
Yep.
So each,
all my
if you've got
characters-
thought, so each time
Everybody
it's
could
your
do it.
everyone, yeah.
Well, Asgard. So
Anyone- yeah, that's
anyone
right.
Asgard. So that's again a good thing to have in my Asgard army. I think a reason to put together an Asgard army.
Yeah. You just need to have, I think it was more than 50% to have Asgard as their keyword, and then everyone will get it.
Is that it?
Yes.
Oh,
so
wow.
you could
Even
have all
better.
your Asgards. You've still got points. You're playing a bigger game. You could throw in I don't know, Spider-Man or whoever else you want, and they will be able to use that ability. So that's pretty cool. That's tough. Because I like Captain America's ability. I like his leadership. That's quite handy.
Is
And-
the less power thing?
yeah, 1 less power on your first superpower and things like that, which is quite handy. But that is very good too. It's very hard to use like the bleed and stagger and all that sort of thing. You can just clear it off. That makes them really, really tough. I like that. So what's the next one?
Next one. For Asgard. Action. This character immediately makes a move action followed by a strike attack action. So that's his first attack. If this attack action deals at least 1 damage, the target character gains the stagger special condition. This superpower can be used only once per turn. So we were talking about the stagger before, so he gives stagger as well.
Yeah.
But you would imagine that when Thor actually manages to punch you, you would be staggering around
I'd imagine you
for a
would.
little while.
That's very cool. And that costs 3 power.
3 power, yeah.
So it costs an action and 3 power. But with the amount of dice that he's rolling on his basic attack of 6 dice, he is bound to do just 1. He only needs 1 hit. That's very cool. Very cool. And what's the next one?
Strongest Avenger. He is.
He's claimed it. Okay, it's on the card, so it's legal
So
now.
it's true.
It's true.
Choose an interactive terrain feature or an enemy character, both size 4 or less,
Cool.
and within 2, and throw it M. This superpower can be used once per turn.
Okay. And
So
that's
he can
3
throw
power.
things as well.
Right. So size 4. So again, you have to see how big Hulk is. Maybe you can throw Hulk.
You can throw everybody.
But most of the terrain that we've used on our games have been like size 3.
3 was the largest tree last time. The one that I topped on you was 3.
It was 3, yeah. But I mean, now you can have even bigger pieces of terrain for an Asgardian prince or whatever to throw around.
We need to find bigger pieces of
bigger terrain. He's
table.
changed the game, Thor. We knew he would in some way. We didn't expect that, but that's pretty cool. And all right, so what else has he got?
Asgardian, that's what's his ability, yeah? During the power phase, this character gains 1 additional power. Ooh, I'm totally in love with Thor now.
All right. And he's got flight by the looks of it, which makes sense because he swings the hammer. Okay, so he can basically get anywhere he needs to. He gets extra power. He can throw stuff around. Wow.
Sounds like Thor.
It does. Very much so.
Sounds really like
and he's
Thor.
got leadership, so that's pretty strong. That's pretty cool for 5 points. So when you flip him over when he's injured, what changes?
He gets 8 life
So
instead
his
of 6.
life goes up. Everything else seems to stay the same there.
He's pretty hard to kill in the end, isn't he?
We'd want that for 5 points, but that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
He's mine.
He's yours. All right, so there you go. All right, so that's Thor. I like him. So let's put up Valkyrie up on the screen. So there we go. So what have we got? 6 life. All right, so she starts the same as Thor. Movement M, size 2. She's worth 3 points, so that's more average. So we're looking at physical defense 3. What's that? Energy 3 and okay.
All 3.
Okay, Mystic 3. She's got everything 3. That's good.
She's equally evolved.
Yeah.
Could you say that?
Okay. Yeah. Now 3 is pretty good. So what have we got?
Basic strike.
Yeah.
After this attack. Oh, okay. Sorry. Start again. Rewind. Do you want to read the attacks and then I can read the bottom one?
Okay. All right. So strike is physical. Range of 2. So again, short range. 5 dice. Pretty solid. And after the attack is resolved, you gain power equal to the damage that you do, which is pretty standard. That's good. Next one, Dragon Fang. So that also has a range of 2. She's only got the 2 attacks, and it's very, very short. So she's got to get in close to do stuff. So maybe there's some other abilities she has. 3 power, 7 dice. 7.
That's a lot.
After this attack is resolved, the target character gains the bleed special condition. So you just bleed. You don't have to get wild.
And bleed was that if you have the bleed condition, you lose a life at the end of the turn?
At the end of your activation. Yeah, at the end of the activation, you will lose a life, a hit.
See, I'm learning. This.
So you automatically get bleed with her attacks. That's pretty nasty. But if you do get a wild, she gets flurry. So after this attack is resolved, this character may make a strike attack.
She's also mine.
Right. So if she's got 3 power, Dragon Fang, whack, 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 get flurry, do a strike, do lots of damage, get power back. If you've got 3, then you can, if they're not dead after that, I can't imagine stuff not being KO'd from that. That's just crazy.
We got to do a battle, Asgardians versus Earth.
We'll get there. All right, so what else we got here? Asgardian Might. Do you want to read that one out?
Yeah.
So it's the superpowers.
So superpower worth 2 powers. Choose an interactive terrain feature or an enemy character, post size 2 or less, and within 2, and throw it as... This superpower can only be used once per turn. So it's similar to what Thor had, but it's smaller things and closer.
Yeah, so size 2. So
throw less as well.
Yeah, no standard size people and terrain she can throw, but that's good. So 2 power. So she doesn't need any extra attacks. She does quite well with that. But if you want to throw somebody around, you can do that too. I guess why not?
So they can just mess about all the battlefield, like jump in and both of them just chuck everybody out everywhere.
Yep. Okay. So, all right. What else has she got?
Then there's another 2 power superpower, which is an action. This character immediately makes a move action followed by an attack action. This superpower can only be used once per turn.
Okay. So that's where it is. So her attack range is very, very short, so she needs to get in there to be able to charge in, to move M and then make an attack.
So you could do this charge together with the Dragon Fang as well, yeah? Because it just says an attack action.
Yes. So that's it costs 2 power to do charge, and then you'd need 3 to get Dragon Fang going. So
you would just need to have the power, and just then you could do it.
Yeah. So that's it. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Good.
Good. Then there is another one here, Warrior of Legend. During the next attack made by this character this turn, it may change 1 die to a hit for each critical or wild.
I change 1 die to a hit. So if you roll a shield.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a shield.
If you roll a shield or a blank, you can change that to a hit.
Makes sense this way?
This turn it may change 1 die. So you can only change 1 die, not one. Yeah. So you pay 2 to change 1 die. It could make a difference. If you're rolling that many, she rolls a lot of dice, so it could.
And if you roll it, or if you really want to do a wild with the flurry or whatever, then you could use that and just turn one thing to wild.
May change 1 die to a hit for each critical or wild in its attack roll. You've got a pretty good chance.
Oh no, it's the other way around. Yeah, sorry.
So wow. If she's got the power behind her, she can really do some damage, like a lot of damage. That's scary.
And she will have a lot of power because she also has the keyword Asgardian, which lets her have one additional power each time, like Thor. So they are very powerful.
Wow. Okay.
Very powerful.
So they're going to start. They're both going to start with 2 power at the beginning of the game. So already they can use some of their superpowers straight off the bat. Yeah. That's pretty cool. All right, let's flip her over. So all right, let's have a look. So her life drops by 1 when you flip. So that's the first thing.
And everything else looks the
same, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Cool.
Excellent choice for 3 points. If you get her into combat, she will start laying into people. So very tough.
Very tough.
Okay. So there we go. That's pretty cool. So that's those 2. So we'll go back over here and we'll have a look, see what you get in your cards. So we'll put these over here. So
yeah, I'll take pictures.
You'll take pictures of those. So Asgard. So leader is Thor. You can have Hela, Queen of Hell, Loki, God of Mischief, Valkyrie, and Angela. I don't know who that. I've never even heard of that character. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not exactly an expert on Marvel, but it's like I don't know. I'll have to do some research on that. But cool. I haven't seen any at the time of us recording this. There hasn't been anything announced that particular character is coming in any box sets. But
so now we've announced it.
The fact that they've put it on the card means that they're going to do it. So. All right, so you get 2 cards in here, 2 tactics cards. So, Pillar, do you want to take us through those?
I'll look at this one first because this is something I haven't actually looked at.
Yep, that's fine. I can help you with that.
But this one is Odin's Blessing. Look at this cool art as well.
Yeah, I love the art that they put on this. It's so good. All right.
So this is an Asgard one that you can use, and it's a reactive power. When an allied Asgard character would be damaged by an enemy effect, they may spend 3 power and then play this card. Reduce the amount of damage suffered to 1.
Whoa.
That's pretty cool.
Whoa.
Too bad there's only one of them, otherwise you could never kill them. Can I copy these cards?
No, you cannot. That's pretty cool though. Does that mean, if you go up against, I've seen some games where people have used Venom, for example, and he can really pile on some dice if you do it well. That would be very handy. If a big gun like that or Hulk comes along, that's really cool. All right, well, I'll have a look at this one here. So this one it's an attack form called Thunder Wave. So it's an active, so you use it when it's your activation. So right, if it is Thor, Prince of Asgard activation, and he is within 1 of an allied Captain America, then they may spend 2 each to play this card. So while within range 1 of Captain America, Thor, Prince of Asgard, may use the Thunder Wave attack shown above once. Range and line of sight are measured from Captain America instead of Thor, Prince of Asgard, when making this attack. So it basically works the same as the ricochet from the core box between Iron Man and Captain America. So he's whacking his hammer into his shield and it's sending lightning everywhere. They're directing it. So
So the ricochet was from...
That was an actual tactics card that you can take. Yeah, but that one is, I think it's for Avengers. I'm pretty sure it's Avengers one. Anyway, whereas this is... Yeah.
Just an active. Yeah.
So it's an energy B5, so it's a beam. So you grab that length 5, everything under there. Allies just take 1 damage, which is still... But everybody else, it's you're rolling a 6 dice against them. So it is quite a big hit.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool. So it's a one-time. Yeah. It's a one-time.
So you would roll against everyone who's under.
Correct.
Separately.
You roll separately, but it's 6 dice, and you can attack. I mean, being 5, you can. That's great. If they're all lined up, even if you can get a couple of guys, that's really cool. I like that. That could be quite good. I could take that with my. At least I get something out of this box. If you're claiming everything, I can have that.
You can take this one, but I will take Thor, so you can't use it because Thor's in my arm. I also am going to negotiate with you. Can I paint maybe some later after the video is gone? I don't do that.
All right. So there is also an extraction mission card in here. Fear grips world as worthy, terrorize cities. So 18 points. So if you select this one, you can take up to 18 points for your forces. So if we have a look at, what's that, Thor. So you're on 8 already with Valkyrie and Thor. So you should be able to take Loki and Hela, whatever they're worth points-wise.
So that's like the maximum you can take?
That's the maximum, yeah. Right, so you place 4 celestial hammers as shown on map D. So they've given you counters here. There we go. So there's 4, looks like hammers, and you've got 3 lightning, something or other, and some bleed. So there's the 4 different hammers. Pick those up, and what does that mean? So players score 1 VP for each celestial hammer held by a character they control during the cleanup phase. Why would you pick them up? Characters add 1 die to their attack rolls for each celestial hammer they are holding. When a character plays a team tactics card, they must pay 1 additional power for each celestial hammer they are holding. Okay. Well, if you have
really awesome.
chances of you getting all 4 hammers are pretty slim, but you could do a one in each hand sort of job thing going on, but wow, yeah, that's pretty cool.
You would think though that if you pick up too many hammers, you have to drop something that you're already holding.
Like, playing a video game, you probably do, but not with this apparently. Yeah, no.
Now you're going to grow a magic new hand.
Ooh. Maybe they fly. Maybe they hover next to you and stuff like that. I don't know. It's cool, but that's cool.
Very cool.
Okay, so that's interesting. So it's good because you now have another option for missions, sort of change it up a bit. And because they can all change how well a character works depending on what sort of things you can pick up. So extraction missions are interesting because they can change the dynamic of things a little bit. So that's quite nice.
Well, I have yet to do a game with actual missions, so we better get on to that.
Yeah, we can have a look at that. So Thor and Valkyrie, I like them. I think that's very cool. I've
claimed them.
You've claimed them. I will borrow them every so often with her permission. But
you may or may not give it.
Yeah, I think that's quite good. I'm looking forward to actually seeing them painted up, and get some games in with them. So yeah, if you've used Thor or Valkyrie, we'd like to hear. So just leave some comments there and just let people know how you go. If there's any sort of tactics and things like that you've come across with some of the other cards and certain character combinations.
If you painted them, leave the picture.
Thing too, yeah, that'd be good. There's a lot of nice painted models out there and some good ideas. So some people, they're not the best painters, but they're quite creative. They've come up with some really, like Thor's got lightning coming out of his hammer and things like that. So yeah, just something to sort of change the look, but sort of enhance his feel. But that's good. I like that.
Yeah. So subscribe, comment, like, shop.
The usual, but yeah, but more importantly, get yourself this and have some fun. Thanks for watching. See you later.
Bye.